All right, so alcohol and drug use when you're applying for a security clearance. This is a hot topic. What should you disclose? When could you possibly have issues with this? I'm here with Brett O'Brien from National Security Law Firm, and he will hopefully answer those questions.
I think we first have to maybe demystify some of the assumptions that are surrounding this. You can certainly have a clearance and have smoked marijuana in the past. You can certainly have a clearance and drink alcohol with your friends on a Friday night. The issue here is that if you have DUIs, that potentially lends itself to blackmail and also is an example of poor judgment. If you're currently smoking marijuana and trying to hold a clearance or apply for a clearance, that's also poor judgment because it's against the law federally. Now, there's a huge debate about the federal versus state. That's not the purpose of this conversation. What you need to know is, for all intents and purposes, it is illegal to smoke marijuana by the federal law. And so if you're holding a security clearance, which is issued by the federal government, it logically lends itself to you should not be smoking marijuana. However, there are ways to mitigate past actions and past concerns, and that's why it's important to get an attorney or a law firm that knows how to address these situations, that have been successful in that in the past, to help you with these things. Also, if there's other past drug use that you may have had that are maybe more quote unquote hardcore drugs, that's not necessarily a hard stop either. What is going to be important in those circumstances is what were the facts and circumstances surrounding that past drug use, what steps have been taken since then, and what kind of check mechanisms do you have in place to ensure that you don't go back to using those types of drugs in the future. Again, this all essentially boils down to your judgment and trustworthiness. And that's why it's important to work with lawyers that have knowledge in this field. There are elements of subjectivity to all of this.
Great. So bottom line, most people have drug, alcohol problems in their past. It's probably more of a matter of how you frame it. So if you're worried about this issue, reach out to us. We're here to help.